Sean, it actually looks like you might be in some deep ish because you lot need to understand. You know what? Tommy's still doing that thing, but we're going to get into it in this review. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you guys already know, I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this review. I saw yesterday as I was editing my review, almost 40 minutes. I'm treating you guys because you see the thing is with me, I love to talk. So even if a review could be like 20 minutes, it'll be double because I'm very enthusiastic. So yeah, anyway, let's get into this review. So it continues off from yesterday's episode where Scott had to pick somebody and he made the right choice and he picked Leanne. Scott, well done. You know you would have been under fire if you didn't pick Leanne. That was the only right choice. She was the only person for you to pick. So you made the right choice. And now, do I take Scott seriously? I'm still watching him. I'm still worried. I cannot jump on board of Scott and Leanne just yet. But let's see how it goes. And hopefully within the near future, I could jump on board that ship. Right now, I'm being wary. I've learned my lesson from previous Love Islands. I need to just, be careful. So Millie ends up, Millie picks Charlie. And you know what I found funny? Like when Millie was doing her speech, Sean's all smiling. And I'm thinking to myself, Sean, she's not talking about you. She's not talking about you. Like, it's sweet how he actually thought she was talking about him. I'm like, why is he smiling? Like, she's not talking about you. From what I've seen, Millie has been giving Charlie way more attention than she's been giving you. So she's not talking about you. That's so sweet though. Oh, poor thing. He was smiling, really thinking she was talking about him. Helena picks Shaq. Whitney picks Jack. She said in her speech that, even baby daddies deserve love, and she said it's giving forgiveness. So it looks like she is actually willing to really try with Jack. What happened? I'm seeing people on X basically saying that they don't like Whitney calling him a baby father. I do not like that term myself. I'm a person, like, if someone is a single dad or a single mother, I prefer to use that term because that's what they are. They're a single mom or single dad. But there is, I understand why people don't like her using it. There actually, to me, there's a difference between baby dad and single mom. A single mom is someone that's like, you've been with someone, it hasn't worked out, you're divorced or whatever, you become a single mom. No, but to me, a single mother is when the father is not in your life at all. That's what that is. I don't know, to me personally, because you can co-parent, but you're not a single mom. Do you get it? That's, for me personally, a single mom or single dad is when the other parent is not in the child's life. That's how I see single mom, single dad. To me, I wouldn't class, use myself as an example, yeah? I wouldn't class my mom as a single mom. My dad's in my life. He's very present in my life. My mom and dad co-parented very well. Well, they still do, technically. Even though I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions, I always go to them for advice when I need advice. But I wouldn't class them as they were co-parenting. Do you get it? So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you classify as single. But that's my kind of definite, like, I know there's probably the Oxford Dictionary and the actual definition of, but I'm telling you, I class it as if the other parent is not in the child's life, that's a single. But if the parent is in their life, you're co-parenting. So yeah, let me know what you think about that though. But with baby dad, it's like you have multiple kids with multiple different people. So yeah, I can see why people don't like that term for Jack. Belle picks Sean, but Sean needs to listen to the verbiage, because me personally, these speeches are very important. Like, I know some people don't care for the speeches and stuff like that, but you need to hear what people are saying. She said that, what I picked up on, Belle said that you haven't given me the ick yet. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. How are you, like, speaking to someone or getting to know someone and saying to them, this person hasn't given me the ick yet? And he's saying, oh, your speech was so cute, it was so sweet. It may have been sweet, but that part in particular I would have picked up on. Because what do you mean? I would have doubled back on that. I would have said, wait, so I heard your speech last night and you said that I haven't given you the ick yet. What did you mean by that? Well, are you hoping I give you the ick? Is that what you think I will do? Like, we need to ask these questions. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, there's no way you're gonna have me standing up there, you're saying a speech, and then saying this person hasn't given me. It's like you're expecting me to give you the ick. Do you get it? So, well, it looks like from things she might actually get the ick, but that just goes to show that Sean actually has a reputation, and she's watched Sean on his season, and probably thinks that and probably knows that Sean was unbearable. So yeah, I don't blame her for saying that either. I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying for Sean's sake, he needs to listen to the verbiage that she's spewing. Jess ends up picking. She said it was a difficult decision. It really wasn't. I personally haven't seen her speak to Kieran once. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen her speak. So it wasn't a who else would you have picked? Exactly. Tommy was your only option. Let's not. Yeah. So Kieran never got picked. Then Connor enters the villa. He needs to then steal a girl. He got a text basically saying as a bombshell he needs to steal a girl. And he ended up stealing Millie. I was like, okay, cool. That puts Charlie on his toes. Charlie's not going to be too comfortable. But then you see with me, to me, like, yeah, Connor's a very sweet guy. I like, this is no kind of thing to him. Connor's a very sweet guy. He seems very respectful. I remember from like season 11, he's a very humble, sweet, like he comes across like a gentleman. He's just, Connor doesn't give me that excitement. I don't know if you guys agree or this. He doesn't give that excitement for me personally. And he came in as a bombshell, but there was only shell. Respectfully. Again, I have nothing against Connor. I think he's a very sweet guy and stuff like that. But yeah, I was just getting shell. I wasn't getting yeah. Kieran and Charlie are now single. There's 2 bombshells waiting for them to date them in the hideaway retreat. And the bombshells are Sammy and AJ. A video actually surfaced of Sammy basically kind of making fun of Casey going on 3 times. And Casey reacted to that and responded to the video. I saw it today on social media. Sometimes we need to be careful what we're saying on social media because the internet will never make us forget. And sometimes even the algorithm would re-push that video or push that video because of the timing. Because not you making fun of Casey and saying, aren't we tired of Casey? But you're now on for a 3rd time yourself. We might say the same about you. We tired of you too. I haven't got anything against Sammy, but I've seen you 3 times now. So, you know, you wanted to laugh and make fun of Casey, but here you are. I'm just saying. Kieran, Charlie, AJ, and Sammy are having their date. Sammy says she's looking for an actual man. I hear you because there's a lot of boys out there. So I hear exactly what she's saying. Sammy said her exes have looked both like Charlie and Kieran. AJ saying that she's a huge personality person. And AJ asks if anyone is solid in the villa. If anyone was solid in the villa, I would really question people because solid on day 3 or 4. I would really, really question that. I'll be like, how could you be, it's only 4 days in, like, we need to calm down. So then we get to Collie. Not me mixing their name, not me giving them ship name by mistake, child. Connor and Millie. Millie's telling Connor that she wants older and she wants someone who has their shit together. I hear it. I hear it. But then again, some younger guys have their shit together too. It really depends on your mindset, you know. It really depends on your mindset. And that's what I've learned in this dating space. Like, it really does depend on your mindset. It does. You know, you could date someone that's, 24, but they have their ish together. You could date someone that's 33 and they don't know what's going on in their life. You get it? So it really depends on the mindset, to be honest with you. Jack, Sean, and Tommy. Sean didn't know where he stood with Belle. Sean said if he had the choice, so if it was the men doing the recoupling, he would have picked Helena. I'm going to have to get onto Sean. I'm going to have to get onto him, but you just wait there. Helena and Shaq are having a conversation. I don't see it at all. I'll be so real. The Helena and Shaq, like I said, for now, it seems cute. It seems like just for fun. Long term, hell no. And a lot of people on the internet are saying, how can you go from Tanya to Helena? I'm not saying that because I'm not going to, but it is what it is. It actually is what it is. Because at least with Tanya, I can say that she has self-respect. Look at the whole Miami thing. You thought you could, do your thing and still be with her, but she said no. To the side you go. Helena, on the other hand, if you done that, you see, here's the thing, and I'm not even trying to be deep, yeah? If Shaq is dating someone like Helena and he done that stunt in Miami, I promise you, Helena wouldn't break up with Shaq. They would have still been together. That's what Helena gives me. And that's the difference. And I think that's why people are saying you've gone from Tanya to Helena. Yeah. Times are tough. Times are really, really tough. So then they're playing Truth or Dare. Charlie, Kieran, Sammy, and AJ, they on their 4-way date, they're playing Truth or Dare. Can we not think of like other games to play? Is Truth or Dare the only thing you lot can think of? Truth or Dare, Truth or Dare, Truth or Dare, spin the bottle. Like, bro, like they you know how many other games there are out there? There's so many other games that you could even or switch it up. Truth or Dare, I don't know. Truth or Dare gets a bit anyway. So AJ fancies Kieran. Out of the two guys, AJ fancies Kieran. Sammy picked Truth, and she said that she fancies Charlie more. And then I think Kieran dared for them to do like a 3-way kiss. And not Charlie saying, oh, when you mean 3-way, you mean 3-way or a kiss? What other 3-way could you mean? Like, I don't know if you were trying to be funny, but the joke didn't bang. Because what I'm confused. It was a 3-way kiss was the only option. So I'm confused as to what he meant. I'm very confused. Oh yeah, I did miss a part, but it's irrelevant. I missed something that Shaq had said to Helena, but it's actually irrelevant because I just saw it here on the notes, but it's irrelevant. Belle and Sean are having a conversation now. Sean thought Belle's recoupling speech was very thoughtful. Sean would have been upset if she picked someone else, but you would have picked Helena. You would have picked Helena over Belle, but you would have been upset if she picked someone else. Come and see the foolishness that Sean is doing. And this is why people don't feel sorry for you. This is why people don't feel sorry for you. And this is why when the girls do what they do, and then you try to play the victim, ain't nobody feeling sorry over here. Because you playing the biggest game, Sean. And I see right through your ish. Because not you saying that you would have picked Helena, but you would have been upset if Belle picked someone else. If you would have rather... That means you ain't really feeling Belle the way that you thought you were. But you would have been upset if she... You want your cake and eat it. You want to have your cake and eat it, isn't it? That's you. You want to have your cake and eat it, isn't it? I promise you, the minute I get a chance to vote Sean out, he's going home. I promise you. Whitney, Millie, and Jess are having a conversation. Millie saying that Connor isn't her usual type, but she is surprised. The boys then end up having a conversation and says that Sammy and AJ are going to have heads turning. We're going to see about that because last time Sammy came in as a bombshell to the All-Stars, she didn't really have heads turning. But it's a different cast, so I guess we will have to see. But the last time she didn't, and again, that's not me saying that she's not beautiful. That's not me saying that she's not a pretty girl. That's not me saying that she's not a nice person. I'm just saying the way y'all are saying she's gonna have heads turning, we'll have to wait and see for that one. Because last time she didn't come in and really do. She was just fixated on Luca and Grace. So now that Luca and Grace are out of the picture, let's actually see how she works her magic. The girls are having a conversation. AJ said that she wished that she had kissed Charlie. And then Millie's face started to screw. And I'm thinking, I understand that you like Charlie. I get that. And I understand you and AJ were on the same season. But you and Charlie are not, it's not, I get it. When you like someone and you hear someone else wants to, I kind of understand it. But it's still, it is early days, man. I don't know how, yeah. But I get it. And Connor and AJ know each other because they had a kiss on a night out. Helena and Sean are having a conversation. Helena asked him, who do you think she was going to choose? He is more drawn to Helena in terms of initial attraction. So what he's saying to Helena is actually the truth because he said he would rather pick her. Helena said they, there's still the hideaway and the secret garden that they can go to. So just because she's saying basically just because I'm coupled up with Shaq doesn't mean that we can't go to the hideaway or to the secret garden. Do you guys think hideaway Helena will come out to play this season? Let me know in the comment section. Millie and Charlie have a conversation. Millie said a three-way kiss is not... Charlie said a three-way kiss is not that deep. One thing about Charlie's going to annoy me. I can see Charlie's going to irritate me this season, yeah? Because this man is way too defensive. You're too defensive. Millie did not say anything about your kiss. It's early days. She didn't say nothing about your kiss. She never said, oh, you had a kiss with not you coming out and saying, oh, a three-way kiss is not that deep. You don't have to explain yourself. It's day 3 or day 4. Whatever day it is for you guys. It's early days. It's not that serious. Furthermore, you and Millie are not even in a couple right now. So I'm confused as to think why you're saying it's not that deep. Ain't nobody over here said it's deep. This man is too defensive. He's way too for your age. You're too defensive, man. You need to chill out. Charlie has said nothing's changed for him. Like, he's really still feeling Millie. And yeah, I guess we'll have to see where it goes with those two from there. Where it goes from there with those two. Lord have mercy. Shaq and AJ are having a conversation. And the way Shaq is talking, I'm not going to lie, he's kind of smooth with it. With AJ. And they're bouncing off each other. I'm not going to lie to you. They are bouncing off each other. I'm feeling the whole Shaq and AJ thing over Helena and Shaq. Yeah. Kieran and Sammy have a conversation. The only thing I really took from this conversation, Kieran just turned 23. You mean to tell me this man's not even 25 yet? Kieran looks like he's around 26. He looks around my age, 26, 27. Kieran don't give 20. Like, that's what I'm saying. Kieran's actually quite mature for his age. And I think his height as well plays a role. Because Kieran's like 6'3", When you're that tall... Because I was seeing on a clip... when I was watching yesterday, I think he was standing next to... I think it was in the bathroom. And he was standing next to someone. And I actually saw the height. I said, nah, Kieran's tall. So the height and the facial hair, it also plays a role into it as well. Because Kieran saying he's turned 23, to me, that's mad. Because that man don't give 23 to me personally. Helena and Shaq are having a conversation. Sean is... Not me saying Helena and Shaq. I was meant to say Helena and Sean, sorry. Sean is saying he heard a lot of laughter between her and Shaq. And Helena said that Connor is too nice for her. Yeah, Connor's not Helena's type. At this point, what is Helena's type? Connor and Millie having a conversation. Millie is rubbing sun cream on Connor and he is doing the same. Charlie and Belle are just watching and Charlie's like, I need to go interrupt this conversation because this is happening for way too long. And then Charlie and Millie end up talking and Charlie was saying it's a bit too early for you to be touching up his leg and stuff like that. We could say the same for kissing. We could say the same for the three-way kiss. So you could have a three-way kiss, and that's fine. But someone rubbing a bit of sunscreen on someone's back is a problem. I feel like Charlie's gonna annoy me this season. I get a weird feeling he's gonna annoy me because it's little things like, what do you mean it's too early? I think it's too early for you lot to be kissing like fish, but here we are. Did you get it? Like, I think it's too... I think within the first week and a half, no one should kiss. How about that? But here we are. But someone rubbing sunscreen is a problem. All right. Cool. Leanne and Scott were doing a little cute workout together. Like I said, it looks cute. Everything looks sweet. But I don't know. Scott gives me he's there to have a good time. But we'll see. Shaq and... Helena are talking and then AJ grabs Shaq and Jack wanted to grab AJ but AJ was like, nah, I've come for Shaq. AJ says, oh, where's the secret garden? And I already knew what was coming from when she said about secret garden. And I'm not gonna lie, like when AJ and Shaq are talking, I'm grinning all 32s because I'm thinking to myself, I like their interaction, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I generally like their interaction. Like they're naturally bouncing off each other. And then they kiss, and the kiss was going on for long, and they did not want to stop. They had to stop themselves. They did not want to stop, and I'm thinking, ooh, you weren't kissing Helena like that. So boy, yeah, and even after the first kiss, they went back and kissed again. Yeah, I low key, depending on how this goes, I do see AJ and Shaq potentially. But Shaq and Helena, like I said from the jump, I don't see that. So AJ now goes over to the girls, and the girls are asking, "Oh, how did your chat go? How was your conversation?" And someone Millie of course was like, "Oh, you were in there for a really long time, trying to get the tea, trying to get the gossip." And obviously AJ was like, "Yeah, we were just chatting." I feel like that was a smart move because number one, you don't really owe Helena anything. You've just come in and you're doing what you should be doing, so you don't really owe her nothing. And number two, I feel like you're aware that you don't want to blurt out, "I've just kissed Shaq," knowing that Shaq is in a couple with Helena. So I assume that's what AJ's thinking was. I'm gonna run with it. You're being observant, and that's quite good. That's quite good. So Shaq, Kieran, and Scott are having a conversation, and Shaq said that saying to the boys that AJ and him literally had to stop themselves from kissing, and Kieran asked, or is it? I think they both asked, is it just sexual tension, or do you actually see yourself like long term? And Shaq was like, "Nah, it's not just sexual. Like I can actually see myself being with AJ on the outside." He hasn't said this about Helena. Guys, be prepared. That's all I'm gonna say. Be prepared in it. Jess and Tommy were having a conversation, and Tommy, like I said, is doing that thing again where boys are having boys conversation with him, and he's just in with Jess. I mean, how do I feel about this? Because it's only day 4. Isn't Sean his friend on the outside? I saw that they took a picture together. Aren't they friends? I don't know, man. To me, that's weird. I don't know. I find shit like that weird. Like, I mean, like, if it's your partner, or you've been seeing this person for a long time, yeah, of course you guys are gonna gist, but I don't know. I feel like if someone's talking to you in confidence, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like if Sean is talking to Tommy in confidence, he shouldn't really relay that back to Jess. That's my opinion, and that's where I stand with that. But we should have known, like, Tommy did the same thing with Megan on his season. That this man, Tommy's one of the girls. Tommy's one of the girls. That man loves a bit of tea. He loves the gossip. That's the kind of vibe I get from him. He's one of the girls. Okay? Yeah. Jack wants to pull Whitney for a chat, and he says he hasn't kissed her yet, which is still playing on his mind. You guys are so horny. You guys are so horny and you're so angry. Is it every day kissing? You haven't kissed her yet. That's playing on your mind. Not every person moves at that pace. We need to actually have some, like, we need to get a grip, because the grip is not here in the room with us. You guys are so hungry to just kiss. Jack, you know that's not happening. You know that's not happening. Whitney's not the type of girl to just kiss up like that. That is not happening. So you better forget that. What have you even done to even deserve the kiss from Whitney anyway? Because I ain't seen you do ish. Unless they're not showing it, but I doubt like I haven't really seen you do anything. So yeah, this whole it's gonna continue to play on your mind. Yeah. Helena found out about the kiss from Whitney, so Shaq and AJ's kiss, and I was like, oh, the girls beat you to it. Shaq's gotta be quick with it, man. And then Sammy even told Shaq that he's gotta be quick. Like, the girls have, like, they know about it. Like, as soon as you have that kiss, probably like 10 minutes after, it's not, because I feel like it's weird to go straight after and be like, by the way, I just kissed. That's weird. But give it a little bit of time and then go and by the way, or your next conversation. Like, it should never come from someone else's mouth. You know, that you've kissed someone else. It has to come from you first. Or even if you have to go straight away, then go. Because someone would be like, oh, I didn't need to know that straight away. But it's like, then you could say, would you prefer to know from the girls or would you prefer to know from me? That's what I'm telling you straight away. Because it happened. So pick your, pick your battle. Really pick your battle. So Shaq and Helena have a conversation. Shaq pulled her. Helena said it's muggy hearing it from the girls, which, yes, I agree. That's true. And what I don't want Shaq to feel like is with Helena, because she hasn't fully healed yet, what I don't want Shaq to feel like he has to do is tread very lightly around her. Like, still be you and do what you need to do. Innit? Like, at the end of the day, it's not my fault that you decided to come back on a show when you allowed yourself to be disrespected numerous times. You know, you have no self-worth, no self-respect for yourself, and you've come back on a show and, yeah, you're more or less still the same person. I don't want Shaq to feel like, oh my God, because Helena is delicate at the moment, I need to do what you need to do. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask for you to be here. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't ask for you to be here. You could have sat this one out. They could have casted someone else. But you decided to keep that suitcase packed and bring yourself to come on All Stars when you know fully well you're still having trauma from your season. Make it make sense. So Shaq, you do what you need to do. Don't feel like you need to limit yourself because of Helena. Belle and Jess have a conversation, and Jess is basically telling Belle about the conversation that Tommy and Sean had, and basically saying how Sean would have picked Helena over Belle. And Belle was like, she doesn't want her time wasted. She's actually irated at that because Sean is all kissing her in bed and saying all one thing to her. Sean was doing this on his season as well, by the way. He's kissing her up in bed and saying one thing to her, but then, saying another thing to somebody else. So Belle was ready. She was activated. Sean and Tommy are having a conversation. I'm just thinking to myself, in my head, I don't care for Sean, really, but I'm going to say it anyway. You should watch what you say to Tommy, because if you're saying something about any of the girls, he'll just go back and tell Jess. That's meant to be your partner, your friend. So, yeah, but I don't care for Sean anyway. So, if he gets snaked by Tommy, he gets snaked by Tommy. They're the same person. They're on the same side of the coin, to me personally. Because they were both snake people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're the same person. They are actually the same person. Literally. They both have similar traits as well. Yeah, they're actually the same person. Belle feels like Sean is being fake. And she feels like Sean is one of those guys that, would take her back home for a one night stand basically, and not like basically get to know her on a deeper level. And Belle says she's not that type of girl. And then Belle wants to go have a conversation with Sean, but of course they're not going to show us this conversation. They're going to give it to us in tomorrow's episode, which I'm looking forward to seeing how Sean's going to win. Because Belle, from what I've seen, the clips I've seen and how she dragged Anton, yeah, Belle ain't the type of girl you want to be really playing with. So we're going to have to see where this goes. I'm excited to see how Belle is going to handle Sean. And I'm interested to see how Sean is going to try and worm his way out of this one. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's review. If you guys have enjoyed, you know what to do already. Just subscribe and leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about this episode. Let's have a conversation. It's been your boy Tarek, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.